this is Kerwin Brown, and this is another edition of On a Roll. And I'm here with Jeff Shura. He is Senior Vice President of Engineering and Technology for Flower Foods. So, Jeff, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being
Happy
here.
to be here.
We like to start this podcast off with some either-or questions. So you give me your preference and kind of get us warmed up. So, you a morning guy or evening guy?
Morning.
Morning. Early morning or kind of just morning?
Gets a little later each year, but pretty early morning.
Netflix or Prime?
Netflix.
Okay. Baseball or football?
Football.
Okay. And then college or pros?
Pro.
Okay. You got a favorite team?
The 85 Bears.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Can we just keep those 85 Bears?
Keep them around.
Yeah. So I had a favorite player, Mike Singletary, on that
Absolutely.
That squad.
Iron Mike.
Toast or English muffins?
Toast.
Toast, okay. And then you're an Illinois guy, so I got to ask the pizza question: thin or that thick?
Chicago style.
And do you have a favorite Chicago style?
That's a tough one.
I know.
I would say Giordano's is what we eat mostly, but we'll try them all.
Yeah, me too. And then favorite baked good?
Bread.
Bread. You got to say bread.
It really is true. Some kind of bread. I like, in our particular case at Flowers, Dave Killer bread.
Right.
I'm trying sourdough at home
on
my own just to learn the art of baking and get the feel for it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of fun.
That's not, I've got quite a few folks that are trying that, and I think there's something very soothing and kind of it just helps you sort of release a little bit and do something fun like that and kind of get away. So, want to talk about I like to talk about path to baking, and your whole career has been around food.
That's right.
Conagra, and then craft, and now for the last 2 years at Flowers. So, kind of talk a little bit about your journey to where you are now, but also kind of the difference. You're on the bakery side now. So how that is different from kind of what you're over. So talk a little bit about your path.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I started my career with Kraft, and Kraft became Mondelez. But within Kraft, it was Oscar Mayer. And then Post cereals. We had Post cereals. So a little bit of baking, different, but ovens and some similar equipment to what I see now in Flowers. And then cheese and coffee and all those different items. And from a maintenance planner through maintenance supervision to project management, strategy, operations. So I got a chance to work on a lot of different things, learn a lot about that business.
Right.
I had an opportunity then to go to Conagra. It was really more operations focused. So a lot of time commercializing products, but working with facilities and brand teams and marketing and learning that part of the business. And for an engineer, I'll admit, it's pretty much a stretch. I was black and white in those areas. So really enjoyed that and came back to engineering at Conagra. Did the big project management. They acquired a couple companies along the way, and then had the role of leading the infrastructure engineering team for a while. And did a small stint with a startup in California as indoor vertical farming, leafy greens, lettuce, leafy greens, and built at the time the world's largest indoor facility for lettuce growing in Compton, California. So very different, but still food, and a different part of the technology spectrum. So that was interesting. And then came to Flowers just 2 years ago.
What I didn't do is I want to taste some of y'all's pretty new product for Dave's Killer. These are Honey Nut Snack Bites and Buffalo Snack Bites. Yes. So it's nice because I have not tried either one of these.
Okay.
And so I'd like to, I'm guessing you have tried these.
I have.
That's a brand that you guys are really growing, and just from bread to now where it's grown, it's really remarkable. So
it's been a fantastic brand for us, and really shows the power of the brand, the quality of the product, and the adjacent categories. One of these, if we can take that brand and see how it'll play there.
Right.
But yeah, we've been muffins and bagels and other items coming.
Well, this is fun. It's got seeds and all kinds of. It's very light. Yeah. So I like that. It's a nice little. They should have these on planes instead of some of the things that they give us on planes.
I would agree. And that's organic.
Yeah. Oh, it's organic. Yeah.
As well. So in that brand essence of Dave's Killer Bread. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay. And so this one might be a little bolder or maybe a little spicy.
it's a little spicy. You may want to save the sweet one just in case it's a little much for you, Kerwin.
I am kind of a wuss on the
Okay,
spicy
all right.
things.
Well, we'll see.
Uh, um, oh yeah, I like that.
Mm,
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, just a flavorful, not really spicy. I mean, not too
perfect.
spicy. So,
Yeah,
um, so that's really fun. Yeah, I like those. These, yeah, I like that a lot. So, yeah, again, I didn't even know you. I don't know if I live in Kansas City, so I don't know if that's in our market yet or not. But
yeah.
so it'd be interesting to see. Um, Um, you've been in the industry just at 2 years. So it was really fun when you came on to Flowers. It was maybe your third or fourth day,
That's
and you
right.
came to our BEMA convention a couple years ago, which
Yeah,
we loved having you. And I thought a really fun way for you to kind of get kicked started in our industry. You meet a lot of the other bakers in the
absolutely.
industry, certainly meet a lot of the suppliers in the industry. So kind of look back on the last 2 years and maybe a couple of jewels that you learned or kind of takeaways.
Absolutely, and that was the best way to enter baking. Again, I had some cereal early on, cookies and crackers with Nabisco, but really the baking industry. And my team said, "Hey, you really ought to come to Dima. This is a perfect opportunity." So on day three, I showed up. No one knew who I was, and experienced Bima, and I heard about it, and said it's a very unique
Mm,
organization and environment
right,
that you won't see in the rest of food.
right.
And I've seen a lot in food
Yeah,
prior to this, and I thought, okay,
yeah.
and boy, absolutely,
Hmm,
it's really about the industry, supporting the industry, the partnership, the friendships, and in the last 2 years, I got to experience those firsthand.
right,
The history of the industry with Flowers Foods
right,
and growing up together, and the team members and the relationships and partnerships that have been established before I've joined.
right,
And so I set out with my teams to meet those partners, learn about them, learn about their families,
right,
and starting to develop the friendships
right,
that Flowers has had with those folks for a long,
right,
long time. And when we have challenges with projects or some new offering or something new to the world for us to work through, those aren't always easy.
right,
And I've seen how that partnership really just helps make things work. And the honesty that we have together
right,
is really unique.
right.
And so yeah, it's been a great industry. Obtaining Nexus, the first one,
That's
was able
right.
to the second one,
Yeah.
and all that they're doing to give us a venue to talk outside of the day-to-day project
Hmm.
work and think about where's the industry going and what do we need and what do we need as bakers and
Right.
what's coming from our OEM suppliers.
Right. It's been fun. So I remember very well, you come to that first one and you jumped right in, and so that was great. Um, you've been in tons of plants, all kinds of plants over the
Yeah.
years. Sometimes I like to ask folks maybe a funny or a kind of not worst day, but just some challenging day or something. Do you have any funny story or
Oh
something?
boy, I sure do. But I'll give you one. It was really early in my career. It was a training program with Kraft and Happy Ostermeyer engineering program. And it was a rotational program like we have at Flowers and many others do.
Yeah.
And one of the rotations happened to be a second shift maintenance supervisor in a turkey slaughter facility. And you're getting calls and you're just thrown into that. And you're thinking, okay, I'm trying to manage. And I had a call that a mixer was upside down. How how can a mixer be upside down?
Yeah.
It clearly can't be. I walk out there and sure enough, it is upside down. Somehow something happened with a four-chair pallet truck, flipped it over. No one was injured, fortunately. And then we had to find a way to turn that back over and keep everything running in a kill line slaughter facility.
Oh
And
God.
it's one of those you just never know what you're going to
Yeah.
hear, and you do, and you work your way through it. And it's a very good learning as the first year
Right.
coming out of college.
You're like your engineering mind goes, I'm sure it's not upside
Right?
down. I'm sure
Can't
that they just
happen.
meant it was, something else. So
Yeah, yeah.
that was probably a nice little mess to clean up. Um, so as you think about, your where you are in your career and bringing people up, younger people up, and getting them engaged and all that kind of stuff. Um, kind of, what are one or two? And you're in again a lot of your plants. You've got quite a few in the U.S. What are one or two kind of things that you like to impress on? on the younger folks, from a leadership standpoint,
Yeah.
that you like to
Really,
share with
yes,
people?
yeah. It's be patient. Um, you're going to get there eventually. Um, don't push too hard. Make sure you learn along the way, and make sure. So my role now is to help foster that
Mm.
the development of the team members, create the opportunities for those team members to learn without the stress and the
Mm.
pressures with that. We want to maintain and grow people
Right,
in our food industry and specifically in baking.
right,
And so stay with us on the journey. We need to invest in our team members. We need to give them the opportunity to move and demonstrate and learn all the things that I learned over 35 years.
right.
They learn faster. They have different ways of doing things.
Mm.
They're bringing more to the table
Right,
than I even knew back then, 35
right.
years ago. So, and then also, if you have an opportunity to lead, be a servant leader,
Mm.
ask how you can help your teams,
Right,
um, knock the roadblocks out for them, support the team members,
right,
how you want to be led.
right.
So
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
pieces we focus on.
Yeah, and let them shine, let them,
That's exactly right.
you really want to I think that's a just a core value of so many companies is that servant leadership and serving those around you and helping them, and then all of a sudden that team gets stronger and stronger, and
We
yeah,
really want our bakeries to be self-sufficient, and they are. They
right,
do fantastic work, but
right,
more and more and more, so that they can control that environment for
right,
themselves. They can prioritize their work and effort and what they need. That might be a little different than some other bakery they
right.
may have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're operating bakeries in so many different environments, different states
Right.
and different, and all kinds of different challenges and everything
Yeah.
else. So you got to definitely be flexible. So, all right. Well, thank you, Jeff, for spending a few minutes with us. And thanks for joining us on another version of the uh, On a Roll. And we'll see you next time.